Hello and welcome back to Talking of Manny for episode 3. I'm Dan.
And I'm Benny. Coming up on today's show, we look back on our trip to the Student Radio Awards, our walk for Movember, and Dan went for some rest and recreation.
But first, we look at some of the uplifting stories making the headlines right now.
We think it's important to shine a light on quirky and happy stories in a world where there can be so much doom and gloom.
First, how many of you own a shed in your back garden? Well, the UK's Men's Shed Association have launched a strategy to support well-being, and these safe and welcoming spaces offer men a place to connect, create and chat, and improve their well-being through what many call health by stealth.
Well, sheds. Men love sheds.
They do love sheds.
That's definitely the truth. And I think a nice, simple environment like a shed is quite easy to get into, and it's just nice and welcoming. And I think especially in November, November.
Yes.
Previewing what's coming up later on, I suppose.
Yes, that's coming up later on.
A month about men's mental health, very important. And, you know, to emphasise how much men love sheds, my dad once went through a phase where I think he bought about 5 sheds in the space of a month. And our garden, it turned into a multi-storey car park, but for sheds, a shed park.
Oh, how big is your garden? That's what I want to know.
Well, there's not much space left in it now.
Does each shed have a meaning?
Not really.
Does each shed have a different purpose?
One's a bike shed, one's a tool shed, and one's a bar.
Is one a community shed, though, where people can go and have a little chat and a bit of a getaway?
Well, I suppose you could argue that the bar is, yeah.
He's got his own communal wellbeing shed. Who would have thought a shed brings so much joy?
Well, Dan, who doesn't love music? Well, I've got some good news to share. There are several schemes up and down the country where instruments, which would normally be thrown away, are now being given to young, aspiring musicians. And that includes Jason, a Year 11 student from Manchester, who received a cello from the charity Olympius. Jason now spends his weekends playing in classical ensembles alongside fellow young musicians. Well, Dan, I can't actually play an instrument myself. However, making music still gives me a lot of joy, even if it's something as simple as singing in the shower.
I actually remember one time in lockdown, I spent a good 2 or 3 hours in GarageBand making some music.
Oh, absolutely.
It was brilliant. It was great fun.
Mixing together different guitars and pianos and just having fun. I don't know what it is, what it does to the brain, but music definitely makes me feel so happy. And that's why you'll often catch me around Media City, around the Shock Studios,
singing your heart
breaking
out.
Into song. That's why I think I belong on the Mamma Mia Island, where everybody just breaks into ABBA.
I think we'd both fit in pretty well there. I love putting music on in the car, driving around, having it playing on.
Car karaoke. It's the best thing in the world.
Yes, but 2 lovely stories there, and I think we're right in the mood now to get the show going.
At the beginning of the month, we went down to London to the Student Radio Awards.
We made a good trip out of a couple of days, and we even went to visit a Blondie photo exhibition. Good morning. It is currently 7:35 a.m. and I am en route to University House to meet the train route for the 906. And then soon we'll be in London.
Good morning. Where are we, Dan?
We are on Salford Crescent platform 2.
And where are we going?
We're going to London Town.
Indeed. We're going to London Town for the SRA Awards.
We're very excited, aren't we? I love London.
Yeah.
Mind you, you're probably sick of London, aren't you?
I went last week, didn't I? So yeah.
I love London. I can't wait.
Yeah, it'll be good. Let's do it.
See you there.
See you there.
Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service
Great
to
start.
London Euston.
Oh, London Euston, eh?
Travelling in style on this.
The next stop will be Tamworth.
Hello, everybody. And look where we are. We're on a moving train.
We are headed to London Euston.
And why?
Student Radio Awards.
Yeah, we're heading to London Euston for the Student Radio Awards. And how are we feeling, Dan?
I feel very excited. I can't wait to go to London. I bet you're loving it though, aren't you? You're probably sick of the place.
I was in London last week for the BBC News tour, so I've been up and down, but you know...
He's a London regular.
Yeah, joy of being a southerner, eh?
He's going to show us around.
I will. We'll show you a bit of London later as well. And what are we in for? We're in for station sound, station branding.
We're for a few, aren't we? I think we might do well this time.
In for varsity.
But the main thing is we're going to have a good time.
Yeah, and Jordan North and Greg James are hosting, so
yes, they are.
What's not to love? But we'll see you when we get to London Euston.
See you there.
Well, here we are. We are at London Euston.
We made it.
The train was actually quite smooth, which, having travelled down to the south several times, that's very rare. Got Freddie Beckett in the background. Alex Richards is here. Josh Bingham is here. Charlie Parks is here. And now they need me, the Southerner, to guide them to Broadcasting House so they can go on a BBC tour. And then me and this one are going to head to the Tower of London.
Yes, we are.
What a day it's going to be here in London.
Hello team, we have made it to London Town. Behind us is the London Eye and Big Ben. Big Ben.
Ah, yes, me.
We've had a good trip and we're walking across the Thames right now.
Yes, a lot of water, And we're off to the Barbican because we're going to see a Blondie photo exhibition.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm living my dream.
We're getting ready to sing Heart of Glass.
We are. Be on the skids if it were for your job. You could only hope. So, we're here in Islington. If you can see that.
Oh, it's back to front.
Hello, Jeremy Corbyn. And we've just been for a fuel up, haven't we, Dan? We're getting towards 4 o'clock. The awards are approaching fast. So what better way to fuel up than go to Wetherspoons?
What did you have? A nice pizza.
I had a pizza
Joined the
Club Tuesday,
Pizza Club. I went
Wednesday
rogue.
even.
I went rogue and had a curry.
I love a Wetherspoons curry.
It was good actually.
Can't go wrong. And we've had our first pint of the evening.
Oh yes, we have.
Sure
What
we'll
time
have.
is it?
Well,
was it
at
3
half
o'clock?
three? Yeah. I'm sure we'll have
Day
several
drinking.
more pints as the evening goes on.
And this is all gonna make us feel great.
Oh yeah, because that's what the show's about, wellness. Shoes. So Will Val can take the piss out of me if he wants to carry on.
You're not the only one Fiddimore.
Okay, cool.
One and all! I can't believe I just said that right, go on.
Well,
Hello team, we have made it to the hotel.
we made it. And now we're all dolled up
We are ready to
in
go.
our suits and ties, ready to go and win some awards. We've been listening to Oliver Sykes on Shock Radio.
Yes, we have.
What more could you want for
He was playing
in
some
an afternoon?
interesting songs though, but I feel like it got us ready to get ready.
There you go.
He did a good job there.
Logical wisdom. Logical
For
wisdom.
this as well.
Oh yeah.
We're ready to go.
Ready for the awards.
We are so ready to go.
Got to be hairspray. Not an advert, but it's great.
We will see you at the awards.
We will. Station branding.
Hey team!
And we also won gold for Best Chart Show, silver for Varsity, and bronze for Station Sound. However, Dan, it has to be said, we had had too much free table wine to film any more.
Yes, I think we got a bit carried away, but we had a good time, and that's all that matters.
And we also went to Buckingham Palace the day after, didn't we?
Yes, we did. I'll tell you what was fascinating about that is I've never seen. We saw the soldiers making music, didn't we?
We did, and they were
I've
even
never
playing
seen them do that.
Chapel Roan,
They
Pink
were.
Pony Club.
They're down with the right generation. These soldiers.
And it was also nice for me because I got to see my friend Omar after about 3 months.
A long time.
Who lives in London, and you know, catching up. We've spoken about catching up with family before, but catching up with friends from home as well. It's an important thing, and it's always good to check in on them, make sure they're doing okay, what we've both got up to over the last few months. So it was really nice to see him, but also nice just to be in a different location. We were sat by the river, weren't we? Nice. We, as we said in the piece we
yeah.
loved the water. We definitely loved the water.
And
So-
even though you had been to London several times in 1 week, wasn't it? You went up and down, up and down.
Yeah, I did.
I think we still made the most of our time there.
Well, we spent quite a long day there. It was just quite relaxing. We didn't go back until quite late, did we? So it was nice.
It was good. It was good. And talking about sticking together, over the past few weeks, a collaboration project between More Student Radio in Liverpool and Shock Radio in Salford has been in the works.
We were part of a 35-mile walk between the two cities to raise awareness for men's mental health during Movember.
The walk was really one of the best things I think we've ever done in our lives, and we have so far raised £2,500.
Here's how we got on. Well, hello. Here we are. We've just left University House, walking along Cross Lane, or whatever it's called. And what are we doing today, Dan?
Here's our first stop. We are en route to Liverpool
We're walking all the
by
way to
foot.
Liverpool.
We are not driving, we are not cycling, we are not tramming, we are walking.
This
All
is-
in aid of charity.
Movember, yes.
November as well.
For men's mental health and fighting testicular and prostate cancer. I think it's the craziest thing I've ever done, and I've done some nuttish things in my time.
I think so as well. And we've just been live on Shock Radio, and we're with the More team. At the moment.
More than a marathon.
This is More Than a Marathon, and we'll catch you in a bit.
So, we've hit checkpoint 1, Asda in Eccles. Discover more at asda.com. Other supermarkets are indeed available.
This is not an ad. We are feeling good though, aren't we? We're doing well.
We've done about 7.5k of walking. So there's still quite a long way to go, but you know, so far so good. We'll see how it goes later on, but come back to us. We'll update you.
Goodbye.
So we're now off the road. God, you can tell it's cold, can't you?
It's freezing.
And we're in the countryside now, and we've just had to climb over a fence.
We're currently fence climbing.
Yeah, fencing, you could say.
We've got SOS come out for us now.
Just under 10k in.
Yes, we're doing good. We're still a bit cold, but we're keeping going, and we are climbing over fences. But we're all good. Well, here we go again.
Dun, 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 dun. Mamma mia, here I go again. Yes, we've just left stop 4. The Horseshoe Inn. We're on the outskirts of Warrington. We're getting closer into Warrington. We've done 14.5 miles, and we're still alive, and we're smiling because we've been watching a lot of Liz Truss parody videos on the route in, and it's just making us so happy. And yeah, we're having a great time. Because right now we should be at a news day. Well, I should be in a news day. So
I actually have the day off.
So this is great. Great alternative.
Legs were a bit achy, but I think the pit stop did me good. I'm back in business now.
Back in business.
I am no longer the weakest link, as I labelled myself. We'll catch you at the next one.
There's hardly any clouds in the sky.
We're doing good. We said earlier how we were a bit chilly, but now I think we're doing just fine.
Hello,
Talking Manny.
It's got dark.
We are en route still. It's getting dark, but Benny supplied us with a head torch.
So we've got the lamp going. 34k into this walk now. We've had a few moments where we felt our energy is drained, but every time we go to a stop, have a bit of food, we refuel ourselves and we keep going. And having all the messages and the donations coming through, it just makes it so worth the while, and we're still smiling despite the fact it's getting dark, and despite the fact we're nearly in St Helens.
We're nearly there, and we are still reminding ourselves why we're doing this, all for a great reason. And yeah, like Benny said, we're loving the donations, loving the messages. We've also got Shock Radio and More Radio playing on in front of us, keeping us going. We're doing great. We'll see you soon. Hello, Talking Manny. We have just reached 40k, just come back after our last checkpoint. We've got 2 left.
Yes, just 2 left to go.
Oh, we're being cheered on. We're being cheered on.
That's the Shock and More team in the car.
Oh yes, it was. It was.
Yeah, we're struggling a bit. We've got a lot of pain going on, but you know, we're fighting through. As they say, this part of the walk, it's all in your head now. We've done the bit we can with our legs. We've now got to push on with our head, and then at the end, we've got to do it with our hearts.
Hello, Talking Manny.
Hello. Right, 55 kilometres into this walk. Me and Dan are both absolutely knackered. We have nothing left in us, but we are going to get through the last 1.5 miles and finish this challenge. And the best thing about it is that Charlie Parks has joined us for the last stretch.
Alright, my trousers elastic's forward now.
Oh, great.
He's complaining. We're complaining.
Yeah, we are now.
We are just saying though that this is probably the hardest thing we've ever done in our life.
And it's all for such a good cause. So we shall see you at the finish.
The finish line, which is just down the road. We're on the final stretch.
Yay. And Dan, we never gave our reaction at the end of the film, purely because I think we were too tired. But a few days on, how does it feel?
I can honestly say though, the day after, I wasn't too bad. I think it was the day after that.
Hell.
And I was climbing up and down ladders at work. I could feel it in my legs, but I just feel great now. And I think when we come back to talking about it and we've been on that walk, when we actually say we walked 35 miles, just doesn't even sound right, does it?
No, it was crazy. I mean, it's when you just hear the numbers that you think, oh,
I know.
we did all right, didn't we?
We did that. I know.
But what a walk it was. And I think the fact that it was so emotional at the end for us really brought it home what it was all about. The conversations we had, we all were very honest with each other throughout those 14 hours or however long it was, really having meaningful discussions about our mental health. So that was really important. And I think that's extra important at a time like this because it's been quite a hard few weeks. It's deadline season. Everything seems to be due in at the same time. We've both been doing news days as well. The weather's been hard. And also, I mean, it's quite hard in the shops at the moment.
Yes.
I mean, we're coming to the end of term. Everyone's student loan is wearing off. And
we're all running out of money.
Exactly. And I realised in the shop the other day that what I would normally have spent £25 on last year for a supermarket shop is now costing almost £40.
I know. Well, I said to you the other day, didn't I? I went to Tesco and I only bought 4 items and it hit about £19, I think. And I think it's a good topic to discuss because, when you've got money issues, it does cause some stress in you and you just worry about what can you do to find that money. But it's important to know that we're all in a similar space, especially at uni. And talking about tackling challenges, I always find going home to familiar spaces helps me reset and recharge. And that's exactly what I did earlier this week. Here's a little walkthrough of my favourite walk back home. This is my favourite part of the walk because I love coming down here to see how it changes in the seasons. So obviously now it's getting very cold and wintry, the leaves have fallen, but in the summer it was all green and nice and sunny and you could sit on the grass if you wanted to. But I love coming down here. This part is definitely my favourite part of the walk, and I think probably where I've had some of the deepest but nicest thoughts. I do this walk a lot. It's my favourite walk, and it's one of those things that I wish I could just pick it up and bring it with me when I go back to uni. But it's often helped me in times where I felt a bit stressed about going back to uni, or I felt like I didn't really know how to handle a situation. A good walk really helps you just process the thoughts and really just make sure you're thinking about it rationally and not irrationally, which I'm inclined to do sometimes. But I love this walk because you never really see anyone. It's very peaceful, it's very quiet. There's sheep and horses about, big houses, so it's just nice. So I'm going to keep going and then go back home.
And if there's one thing we have learnt this week, Dan, it appears you just love walking. How are your legs still attached to your body?
I've definitely worked these legs this week, but I just think a good walk, especially the one we did, because we were just saying then as well, even the team we walked with, we didn't really know them beforehand, but because we had those open and honest conversations, we knew them a lot more by the end of it. But even going on a walk by yourself sometimes, you can just forget about everything else. And I said then in my package that you can walk around, rationale some thoughts, because it sometimes gets a bit overwhelming. So you can take those thoughts and just absolutely blow them up, and they don't need to be.
I think for sure we bonded for life on that walk, the 6 of us. However, even though it was a tough challenge, still, we got 14 hours of fresh air. And considering we spend so much time, especially at this time of year, indoors, behind desks, I think even though it was really tough on our bodies, it's probably done them the world of good.
I think so. And it was just important to forget about everything else and just focus on that walk. It was one foot in front of the other and do it for what was a great cause. And unfortunately, that's all we have time for this week.
We will be back soon with our Christmas special.
See you next time.
Thanks for joining us.